There's a commitment, I think, in every employee here when they come aboard that they're here to serve the customer, and they act that out. They live it. Whether they're moving baggage, whether they're working the gates, whether they're on the aircraft, whether they're in this corporate office, there is a real sense of commitment to the customer that is more than just verbiage.
We're a small airline. We run very lean. We're competing against big players in this game. So we have to be a little bit faster, a little bit smarter, a little bit more innovative to be able to compete.
We have to react, and we have less time. We have to be very tactical in the way that we approach things. The business of doing more with less is a necessity.
We're always trying to look for ways to do it better, ways to do it faster so that it saves everybody in the long run. Working smarter is part of doing more with less.
Yes, there are. Yeah.
I think some of the best ideas that have been done in the last couple of years have originated with individuals in various departments. If you empower people and give them authority, I think it works.
We take information, we accumulate it, whether we're in corporate communications, whether we're in maintenance, whether we're in flight operations. We can then sit down and analyze that information very rapidly. Based on that analysis, we can make a decision, and on that decision, maintain our competitive advantage.
What I do is manage the mileage incentive program. So what I'm responsible for to a high degree every day is making sure that that program is competitive, that we have competitive information from other carriers, that we're in touch with our frequent travelers and we know what they're doing and what their future needs are going to be so we can meet them.
Probably the most visible thing is issuing the financial statements in a timely manner and getting good information out there fast. And we're constantly looking at ways of doing that better, doing it more efficiently, and really giving people what it is that they need. When you have a company who's got locations as far north in Alaska and all the way down to Mexico, that we've got some method of communicating quickly and efficiently that's common. That's probably part of what's driving our decision to use Macintosh.
I feel like we have a tremendous competitive advantage using the Mac. It's put the corporate sales staff in touch with the field sales staff so that we are all in sync with how we're planning to serve the customer, what our targets are, what our goals are.
Once you get the Mac in, the expectation, it becomes very high, very fast. Okay, I've done this one little thing, now I want to do everything else, and I want to do it now.
We have an online mainframe application that forecasts components that are coming due, inspections that are coming due. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow us to give the what-if scenarios. If this aircraft changes, if this time limit changes, how do we do our overhauls if we change the block schedule, and what happens? That information we want to download to the Mac and be able to do that type of forecasting and what-if scenario.
An individual can sit down at a Mac today and they can get into the mainframe, they can get into the reservations network, they can exchange documents with their peers, files, other things. We can move it across multiple platforms and do so relatively gracefully.
Well, we have well over 1 million members. You can imagine the degree of flight activity every day. So we sample that information, we pull it out of the mainframe, we can put it into the Macintosh, put it into a program, and do just a sort of snapshot look at what our activity is going to be. Or we can use it to analyze the large audience.
The Macintosh computers, I think, really helped us in 3 ways. One is it's made us more efficient. We produce a weekly publication, and we do it a lot faster than we used to with traditional typesetting equipment. It's also reduced errors because we no longer have to rekey copy the way we used to. And it's given us greater design capabilities.
As an instructor, we teach the aircraft systems and the procedures through the pilots. And it's our job to make sure that they understand the systems and also how to apply all the procedures that go along with it. So what we're trying to do is really put the student back in the cockpit. And we ended up matching exactly how the airplane worked, all the fuel lines, everything was in there, and could see exactly what the student needed. Well, that's what we're counting on, is the fact that we will be able to turn out a more proficient pilot in hopefully less time. If we can just save 2 days off the current course, and if you're going to give, say, 17 to 20 courses a year, and you're going to have an average of 8 to 10 people in a course, now you're talking about a pretty good savings.
These people have real jobs. They don't want to turn into techies. They want to be able to just go and do their work.
Now as you walk through the building, you see that everybody has a Macintosh at their desk. I realize for my own use that I'm saving secretarial time, I'm saving processing time, I'm saving assistance time. I can put this stuff in by these programs, it analyzes it, I pull reports. It's a great deal.
It's been very effective, the Macintosh has, in making us better at what we do and at less cost.